natural quote voice.
You
So.
you know how when you're talking to different people, you change how you speak to something closer to theirs. You just kind of unconsciously sometimes, maybe. Anyone?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it happens a lot with me. I've got my YouTube commentator voice where I talk like this in my presenter tone, and that's pretty much based off of. It's probably based closest off of Total Biscuit because I used to watch a lot of his videos. And then when I'm just talking with friends, my voice goes very Derbyshire. But I can't just. I only.
Derbyshire. What does that sound like?
Yeah, what's a Derbyshire accent sound like?
The thing is, I can't really
right?
I can't really do it on demand because I just kind of slip into it.
Oh.
No, I actually can't think of how, like, because when you're doing different voices, you know how to kind of stress your voice and manipulate it. I just can't think because I just slip into it. It's just my natural tone. But when I'm in this situation, just doing commentary on YouTube or on Twitch, my voice sounds pretty different. Yeah.
Well, then let's just have a normal conversation. How you doing?
But you're not from Derbyshire, so I can't. It doesn't work.
Well, maybe if you.
Hello, love.
Nah.
How's it going?
Hey, governor.
It's funny because I'm from England and yet I can't remember what that sounds like. I'm actually looking up to find out what it sounds like.
Hey up, me
Let's
duck.
see.
No, and it's not even that. I can't even do it.
Oh, it's a little bit like Geordie.
It's
Someone,
not. It's
apparently-
not. Don't say that to anyone who's from Derbyshire.
I
Hmm.
here, I found out that basically somebody said, and to answer someone's question, it was Edward R. Murrow. I spent a lot of time listening to Edward R. Murrow and trying to duplicate his voice mannerisms. So I basically just kind of took his accent, his brief accent, not necessarily his speech mannerisms, but was able to neutralize my accent. So
All right,
I had a lot of cassette tapes.
Well, like, because here in the Netherlands, I hate a Dutch accent. And, like, because I came back here to the Netherlands and, you know, obviously I had a South African accent. And then here I hate a Dutch accent. Sorry to all the Dutch people in chat, but it really is one of the worst accents out there. And so I also tried to sort of neutralize that. People still say they can hear it in me slightly. But I'm sure that if I'm like in an English-speaking country for a little while, then it'll be back to normal soon. Hopefully, I don't want to be stuck with a Dutch accent.
Can you really say that one accent is bad? Like,
yes, the Dutch accent is.
Why is it bad?
Maybe except for the German accent, it just sounds ugly.
Wow.
With the Dutch accent, everything sounds like a really good stag do. So it's not very useful.
we've got a few more donations. Sorry, Fat Boy Fat UK says, I want to hear all of your best impressions of Dick Van Dyke attempting a Cockney accent in Mary Poppins. And he donated $10. And Alan Fluka, I guess, donated $25. Says, hey Harv and the crew, have a part of my first paycheck for this great cause. Thanks for all of the fun you have, and will continue to give. Also, any chance of a Christopher Walken impression? So I will. All right, Mary Poppins.
Well,
that's not. Just,
What's that, Mary?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. It's like last time I watched Mary Poppins, I was maybe like 7, so I don't exactly remember what it sounds like.
I don't even think I've seen it.
I'm going Dick Van Dyke,
I don't even think I've seen it.
Poppins right now.
There were a
Did
lot
you
of.
see Let It Go?
You've never seen it.
There were a lot of very,
never-
you know, like very famous things that you generally watch when you're a kid that I just kind of never saw.
You saw The Lion King, though, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What?
Don't really remember it.
No, it's a yes or no question.
Did you or did
Yes,
you not?
I saw The Lion King.
Okay.
Like, do you mean like you saw it on a shelf in a store, or do you mean you actually watched the movie?
I actually
Done
watched the
before
movie.
your
I'm
very
pretty
eyes.
sure.
These are
There you go.
important things, Harv.
For reference, there you go.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Let me, this is the Mary Poppins. Let me say, ladies and gents, call me an old popper. But for 6 pence, I'll sing anything you want. I'll sing anything you want.
I must have not seen this
For
film.
your very eyes.
Yeah,
Eyes.
he sounds so weird.
Yeah.
Shotgun Zombie in the chat.
So much-
I do have room for the chat on my screen. I'm just focusing on trying not to crash this thing. So, sorry if I'm not reading the chat an awful lot.
I just want to point out that mountain. I've been looking at that for a while. I really
Yeah, it
like
looks
that.
awesome.
I really like that mountain. I really like that mountain.
We
Oh,
should
that boulder.
climb
That is a nice boulder.
Hey, you know what? That's a nice hill of rocks right there.
That's a nice amount of rocks you got there.
Thank you.
Bit my helium intonation went.
That's the way you think.
I actually I actually
Look at that
one of
view.
the jokes that I used to think about when I was working on neutralizing was that I didn't know what I wanted to be, but I knew that I wanted to do something involving science. And I kind of thought, it's like, well, if I wanted to be a doctor, exactly how much respect or how much confidence would somebody have in me if I became a neurosurgeon and had a really strong Southern accent? Well, you see right here is the Abdullah oblongata, and what we're going to do is we're just going to cut open around the scalp, and we're going to open up that membrane right there, and then we're going to cut it out, and we're going to cut that tumor right out of there.
Well, I mean, technically,
admit.
that is a good point you have.
Is that no one would I know everyone would think I'm. You see
the thing
what I
is-
mean? It's just.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not that it's not
on the-
respectable. It's just you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah.
And
it's
people would be very.
unexpected.
Some people might be ill at ease. And
Yeah.
So, which is kind of brings up a larger point that sometimes accents can have a negative impact, despite the fact that there's no reason for it to have a negative impact.
On a similar note, the BBC for the longest time, you were only allowed to have broadcasters who had Oxford English. Who
Yeah.
talked in Oxford
So
English.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Were they
so
posh accents?
pretty much the posh accents, yeah. But recently
The
they
Queen's
started.
English.
Recently,
The
a lot
Queen's
of
English.
media
Hello.
broadcasting
Thanks.
stations in the UK changed over to more northern accents because apparently it's friendly. Apparently, northern accents are just more
Yeah.
friendly, warmer
I've heard something
sounding.
like
Queen's English is too official.
Yeah,
So everything is a statement.
Then why do you have a northern accent? Every planet has a north.
Yes. I do like. I did honestly. That was probably one of the most brilliant.
Yeah.
It was just like the one off. It's like let's just deal with the gorilla right in the corner of
Yeah.
the room right now. Just boom. Why do you sound like you're from the north? Every place has got a north.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, pretty much. It's like, so shut up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've raised $12,149 for charity water, and we're going to go to another 60-second commercial break. I really want to keep ramping these out because I'm hoping that it'll help us raise that bit more money. So in the meantime, if you do get the advert, then please consider going donating. You don't even have to watch the advert. You don't even have to watch it. You can just mute it, go onto a different tab, and, you know what, watch 60 seconds of your favourite movie, something, you know. Do anything. You can do anything.
Yes,
But donating is probably the best thing you could do. And
Second stretch
yes.
break?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna take a 60-second stretch break.
There you go. See, you
Potty
could do
break
that.
for me.
You could do that if you want
I
to.
generally
Commence
when
clicking.
I sit down, when I sit down and I talk, I usually contort myself and I kind of like go cross-legged and then Indian style and all that stuff. So
Am I the only one that understood twerk?
What?
Yes? Okay. No, she's like,
Wait, who said twerk? We don't.
I never mind.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, come back in 60 seconds and
So
we'll
now
hear
we
the
all know
explanation of
what's
twerking. We will see you after the break.
Yeah.
So now we all know what goes through Vincent's head.
Yeah, where did the twerking come from?
I understood. She said something, and I thought she said twerk.
Well, technically,
No.
didn't you
Yes.
twerk on stream once?
Who, me?
Yes, he did.
But it
Yes,
was
you.
But it was
The
for
gifts are still
charity.
online.
It was for
Exactly.
charity, so it was
no,
fun.
I'm using that. I'm using that against Harv now.
Yeah, Harv.
Whoa, hang on, what have I done?
I don't know.
It's time to twerk.
Yeah, no.
20,000. Half worth.
Yeah,
Yep.
no.
They
Sorry.
like remixed it and everything. I'm gonna see if that's still on YouTube.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
all right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I have a good ass though.
Wow, what a thing to walk into.
I think the stream just
There
started
it
again.
I don't know if it did, but the timing on that was fantastic. It just comes back and it's, wow, I have a great ass.
So
That is a nice
I remember.
ass.
I remember. All right, you know what? What the hey? I'll say it too. Can I right now?
Yeah.
Stream's
Yeah.
back on.
Stream's back on, perfect timing. Say it right now.
Wow, that's a nice ass.
You're watching the Kerbal Pole Expedition 2, where all your co-hosts, including me, have very nice asses. That's how we say it in Britain. Arse. That is the correct
Arse.
pronunciation.
Arse.
According to
I thought it was
the
arse.
British
Isn't it
people.
arse?
Arse. Mm.
Arse.
What you doing up there in your arse? You're just sitting on your arse. You're up
Get
your
your head out
arse.
of your arse.
Get your head out with your arse. I don't know what accent I'm supposed to be doing, but there you go.
I've managed. Oh,
Is that a swear word?
there's a question. Yeah,
Is that a
no,
swear
I
word?
don't know. There is a
I don't think so.
There is a yes.
Yeah.
There is a question that someone had asked a long, long time ago, not on this, but a while ago. They were asking, well, if you can do voices, why aren't you doing like voice acting? And it's because I have expensive tastes and I like having a steady job.
I'm doing voice
Yeah.
acting at the moment. I'm just waiting for my lines. A game called Try, a puzzle platformer where you create your own platforms, basically. And it's really great, but there's a bit of a lack of communication between me and the developers, in that they're German, and I think, on the whole, this is quite a stereotypical thing to say, the work ethic in terms of replying to emails quickly isn't quite there in a lot of German industries. I don't know. But whenever I've talked to German people, they take their time in replying to emails.
What? I think that applies to a lot of Europe in general, because there's a lot of companies that I try to work with, and they're in Europe and they speak another language as their primary language, and they just don't get back as quickly.
Well, Germany is like bad in that, and so is France. They just
France,
refuse
yeah.
to speak other languages.
But it's just like I've been paid now by Try, which is fantastic. If you're watching, thank you very much. But it's like I send the occasional email just saying, okay, thanks, receive the payment. Great to have got that. I'm looking forward to doing the lines. And then there's no response, and I just kind of feel like, you know, we should have a bit more conversation.
You should not be complaining. Free money is free money.
I've already done some lines. It's not like they just paid me and
Lucky's
expected me
complaining.
to stick to the contract. I've already done about half of them, I think.
Lucky's complaining about that.
I did have a actually no, I had a question, and then all of a sudden my brain just went blank. Great.
Let's take some questions from the chat in that case.
Great job.
We have a lot of Germans in the chat.
Oh.
That was it. That was it.
Sorry.
When they answer the emails, are they extremely detailed and verbose?
No, not really.
Oh.
It's just kind of like
Hashtag half hates Germans.
No,
And
boy.
I will mark
I love everyone.
that German stereotype off. my
Remember
list.
that really not unsafe for work image that they made of you?
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
gosh!
Oh.
Which we're not going to discuss.
No.
No, of course not.
No. If Tanuki wants to see it, we can link it in the Skype chat.
Please do. I'm not sure what's going on.
We've been
Oh, you're gonna love this.
I'd just like to point
Oh,
out that everything that we say in regards to disliking anything about any nationality is not meant seriously as an insult. You know,
No,
it's
of
just
course
just
not.
topics for
No.
discussion.
No.
We're keeping this civil.
Yep.
And hey, we're all
And
nice
the thing
people.
is, we're insulting pretty much everyone. We've insulted the Americans. We have
Yeah.
Americans on
Let's go through it,
board.
let's go through
I
the list.
myself insulted the Dutch accent. So it's like,
let's
you know,
let's
if we're
insult the British next.
We're equal opportunity hater. I'm an equal opportunity hater.
Yeah.
I'm not prejudiced.
Yeah,
I'm
And
We
so
just hate
Harvey was
everyone.
banished to the moon and was never heard from again.
And
honestly,
so-
though, I actually have a few friends who are German, and one of them was a German exchange student that my family hosted. So, Robin, if you are listening, hi, how are you?
I actually work with a German girl. Well, I say girl. She's 24. I'm 17. But you know.
There you go.
Do you call her Chan, San, Senpai, or Kun?
What, the German girl? I call her
mind, never
Anna
mind.
because that's her name.
Never mind. I was just wondering on the relationship between you two. It's fine.
No.
Oh my.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Let's not go down this route.
Yeah,
Alright,
this is
that's
getting
fine. How about
awkward.
that
very
donkey?
quickly.
let's take
Oh,
some.
Wow, that almost.
Actually, you know what? I would
Oh.
say let's take some questions from the chat. But the thing is, the chat are talking about what we're talking about, and we don't want to have the same topic of conversation. So if anyone's got
Alright, how
anything
about
they'd like
this?
to discuss, then let's go for it.
How about that? How about the European Space Agency's probe that just started orbiting around? Was it a comet?
Rosetta.
Or-
Rosetta.
Oh,
Yep.
Rosetta.
Rosetta, yeah.
Rosetta, yeah. Let's talk about
I saw a picture
Rosetta.
of that
Let's
today.
talk about
They're
Rosetta.
like
Yes.
Did you see the tweets between Rosetta and William Shatner?
No.
No.
Tell us
I
about
Oh,
it.
it was the most amazing thing. I'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Rosetta
yeah,
spacecraft's been. It's like it took 10 years, I think. It's been in. It's
Yeah,
been
it's
traveling there for
launched
10
in
years.
March 2004. I actually looked it up today.
And they had to they had to do a couple of gravity assists in order to get, I think it was a couple of gravity slingshots either around I think it was Earth and Mars, or was
Mars,
it Earth
yeah.
and Venus, or did they
Mars.
do Venus? Okay, so it was Earth and Mars in order to get their
Yeah.
orbit correct,
It has
which
traveled.
is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredibly
It's traveled
impressive.
more than 6 billion kilometers, passing Earth 3 times and Mars once.
Wow.
Yes.
It's insane. It
That
really is.
insane.
And it's
Well,
even
congratulations.
It's even flown past 2 asteroids, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, they did some
Is it really?
flybys and they actually took pictures and did some experiments.
On it. Is that
Which
what
is-
this is?
I don't know. Well, I don't think so. I mean, if you see the what would you call it? The spaceship, then it doesn't really look like a lander to me.
Well, I thought they were gonna smash something into it or drop a probe down or something.
They are.
Oh,
yeah, they are.
They are.
It's kind of like what was it called? Oh shoot, Cassini.
Yeah.
And then
I recognise that name. What is that?
Huygens.
That was the Saturn one.
Yeah.
Huygens?
that's-
Huygens. I think it
Huygens.
was.
Sorry. Yeah, so it's Cassini Huygens, and Huygens was the probe that actually went to Titan,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and then the Cassini probe is still orbiting around Saturn.
Mm.
Isn't that the one where didn't they have a camera on that one? The one that went down to Titan?
Yes, they did, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
actually got to see the surface
Yeah,
of
that was
Titan, and it was quite interesting because
pretty crazy. Yeah.
people don't realize this, but no matter how far you go, things will. It's kind of weird, but it's like there's always a little bit of home,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
no matter how far you go.
It wasn't
Sorry.
like on a riverbed or something.
It was on a slurry shore, the shoreline of a slurry, basically like a marsh,
Yeah. Well, either
a
way,
marsh
it was awesome.
of methane
Oh, here it
and
is.
hydrocarbons. I
Oh,
believe.
that sounds nice to breathe in.
I think I've
Just smell the. Ugh.
There was a Stephen Baxter book about going to Titan.
Yes, it's called.
All the
it
links,
is called.
links in the chat.
It's just
Titan.
called Titan.
And
Yeah.
it's- Yes,
I was
and I've
wondering
read
if I
it
have it.
about. I've read about 5 times.
Yes.
And I'm a huge Stephen Baxter fan.
Good
I've
woman.
read also. I have read Moonseed,
Yes.
as well as what was it? Voyage. I think it was about the moon alternate reality Mars missions.
Oh, if you're, do you know Terry Pratchett?
I've read
Yeah,
some
everyone
Terry
knows him.
Pratchett. Yeah, I know Terry
Okay.
Pratchett.
Well, best coalition books ever written between Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter. Fantastic series. It's called. It's The Long Earth, The Long War, and The Long Mars. The trilogy. Really good books.
Have you read the one that he collaborated with Arthur C. Clarke?
Yes. He's actually done a few with Arthur C. Clarke, I think.
Yes. Also, what was the other one? The Time Ships. Was
Yes. Fantastic.
good. Oh God. Oh, that's such a good book. Moonseed, Titan, and Ring. I loved Ring because that one actually gave me like. Ring
Ring,
was
Stephen Baxter.
about the Zeely. It was the Zeely sequence.
Yes, I love
And,
the series
they-
as well.
Oh God. I'm sorry. Basically, we're basically talking the same language here. I'm just like I love Stephen Baxter.
My favourite
I wanna
sci-fi
meet-
authors are probably. The thing is, Stephen Baxter is a part of the same society I'm a part of, the British Interplanetary Society. So there's actually a chance I might meet him at some point.
Sweet.
There we go. I can have my claim to fame after that.
Oh,
right,
Weird Al.
We
Ring tells the story of the end of the universe and the saving of mankind from its destruction. It's because they've built they've got like exotic matter laced around these portals, haven't they? Is that what it's referring to? That ring?
no. Ring was it was basically what was it? It was string theory, and so they were like they were basically strings that was part of the Great Attractor, and the idea behind
they
it
used
was
them as weapons,
that
didn't
these.
they? Was
No,
that-
they were actually. Well, that's what they thought they were using it for.
Yeah.
That's what the humans thought it was, but it turns out the Zeely were actually trying to build a gateway to other dimensions in order to escape because
I
they
must have
knew
read
that
it.
the universe was ending.
Yeah.
But what made it interesting, though, was the fact that the way that the humans actually got there was through using Einstein's theory of relativity go up. I think it was 10th. I think it was 1/10 the speed of light using something called a GUT drive, GUT drive, which is Grand Unified Theory. So basically converting at a comet into pure energy output by basically just converting into water. Went relativistic, but was towing a wormhole behind it. And the idea is that the other wormhole was still located in the past. So as they were going forward in time, towing this wormhole with them, once they got to the future, they could drop out of relativistic speeds, and then they could traverse time back and forth into
you're
the past and
making
future.
you're making me really want to get up and go find it now, because I know I've read this. I just can't
yeah,
think
like
where it is.
I'm sitting here and just like, I want to read my book now.
I'm adding books to my Amazon.
Well, I've got this on my table, which is The Martian. Have you read The Martian?
What?
By Andy Weir.
Bits of it. But before we do, can we there's a couple of donations.
Yes, let's read out
we
some
should
donations.
probably talk to.
Oh, by the way,
Okay.
for some
what?
reason,
Do that.
I made the cover for the ring. The cover. I was the cover artist.
What?
The guy,
What,
the
your
guy who
name?
Actually made the cover art has exactly the same name.
Oh, we know what your
Really?
second name is now.
That's really weird.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
All right. So we
Chris,
have
take the wheel.
a. Here,
What?
What do you mean take the wheel?
I'm attempting to.
Anonymous
using Jesus,
says-
take the wheel.
right? Anonymous says, "That's a nice mountain you have there. It would be a shame if something happened to it." They donated $11. Mateo the Crazy wrote "Hail Hydrate,"
That's a
and then they
glorious gif. Or
They
GIF.
donated
Yeah.
$15. Brian McGinnis said, "Keep up the good work, guys. It's really nice to see people helping those who need it most. Side request, can y'all try a Mickey Mouse accent?" Wasn't sure he had an accent, but
That's
impressions.
my friend, actually.
Mickey Mouse?
I can,
It is. No, I'm serious. That's one of my
Hi
friends.
there,
He just-
everybody! Hi, I'm Mickey Mouse.
that's all I got.
Oh boy!
And,
Dog!
That's pretty much all I could do.
I got nothing.
I can't find
and
it. Can't find it.
Ethan Van Hofstad says, "Tanuki, can you do a Claptrap and Master Chief impression?" Well, I'm not sure. I have never played a Halo game. I apologize. I've never done it, and so I'm not sure what Master Chief sounds like. And I'm
Borderlands?
actually not sure who this.
Oh, I can do a good impression of
Oh,
Master Chief.
Claptrap is from Borderlands. There's the robot
I've
AI.
not actually-
Literally just silence.
I will let me have a listen to a Claptrap, and I will see what I can do.
Yeah, that would be really amusing
I
if you
think
could.
Master
If you
Chief's
could
like
do that.
the Gordon Freeman of not Gordon Freeman. Yes, Gordon Freeman of Halo. He just doesn't actually say anything. But I think he might have a couple of lines in one of the games.
We've got
He does, I think. Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
just on a different note. There's a guy in the chat, Torpstar. If I knew how to pronounce that username, I would say it. But they say, "Harv, I've been going through many surgeries recently, and will be going in for another. Was wondering if you could wish me luck. Good luck, absolutely good luck with your
Good luck.
Indeed.
with your operations." My dad was in hospital a few months back,
Here.
and
Oh.
so yeah, he's fine now. Actually, he made a bit of a miraculous recovery. So good luck with your.
Do
good luck
the
with
same
your
as his
operations.
dad, and then everything will be fine.
Just do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
easy
Just
enough.
do that. Yeah.
My cat went to the vet recently. That's the closest I can go.
Well
I
done.
actually have a friend whose brother, and I know him as well. He's actually fighting cancer at the moment,
Oh right.
and things haven't been going all too well for him recently. It's actually slightly picking up, but he was in a really bad spot. Yeah,
Honestly,
I just killed a whole conversation.
No, it's alright. It's alright.
Exactly.
We can go back to talking about
Change that
sci-fi books.
subject.
Let's go back to talking about sci-fi.
How far? Okay, well, how far until the next post?
Oh, we are 48 kilometers away, and as we're going
Really?
at
I haven't even.
yeah, I haven't really been talking much about the actual game, but as we're going at 3 times acceleration on full throttle, we are getting there pretty damn quickly. We're traveling about 100 meters a second right now.
Oh.
In terms of real time conversion, although obviously it's been
Nice.
sped up in game.
Also, unfortunately, Ethan, I took a listen to Claptrap, and unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish that at this point. However, I will be. I believe that I am scheduled to be here tomorrow.
Yes, you are. Yep.
Look at
I
those
will do-
strange trees. Sorry.
I
sorry.
will. No problem. I will do my best to try to. I will do my best to try to have something for you by then. But it's a very complex sound, if that makes sense. It's a very complex voice, and I really need to practice.
Yeah,
And
well,
unfortunately,
yeah, it's fine.
I'm sorry. It's something I've basically when I have something that I've honestly never heard before, like I have no previous experience or even exposure to it, then it becomes extremely difficult because it hasn't been I guess spinning in my head for a while. That sounds really weird.
I've just realised that I've been an idiot. Like I saw sorry to change the subject so quickly, but I saw someone in the chat go, "Can you make the UI bigger?" So I thought, alright, I'll go into settings, and oh look, an UI option. I'll try and increase this. Wait, why isn't it changing the size of the UI? It took me about 2 minutes to figure out, oh, this is volume settings.
Also, someone asked, Harv, what country is the money going to, if you know?
I believe it's being donated to the Sahel. Hang on.
It's going to hell.
It's
Going to hell. Well, they definitely need a lot of water down there. I mean,
I thought
Very hot country.
there was actually a great internet prank thing that they used to have. It's like, would you like some? It was like an advert that said, "Want free Nike shoes? Like, want new free Nike Airwalks or something like that?" And then you click on it, it says, "Yeah, and people in hell want ice water."
It's I'm not entirely sure. It's just that if you donate, I think it sends you an email, and I just noticed on the email, I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but basically, it's going to be somewhere within this region called the Sahel, which is just north, I believe, of the God, I've forgotten. It's completely gone from my mind. The massive desert in Africa. The really famous one.
Sahara.
There you go,
Sahara.
Sahara. I think it's a region just north of there that spans basically the width of Africa.
so North Africa then?
Yeah, it's in basically North Africa, but
It's up north.
it's up north, mate. Every planet has a north.
Yeah, every continent has one.
But yeah, apparently that's where it's going.
But on a completely different note, didn't we have a something we were gonna do at 12,200?
No, it's till
I think it was
500, I believe.
12.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's set one for 12,300 to get people donating. I'm not sure if anybody has any.
Should I adjust my goals as such? So.
Well, maybe we can leave it there, but we can just add in some more, take smaller steps. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure if I don't know what does the chat want to see as far as challenges go.
Yeah, let's have
about-
some suggestions.
Don't challenge the chat.
I
The thing is,
will challenge
they can say
chat
what they
whenever I
like.
want.
They can say what they like, but we can just take the ones that kind of reasonable. So we have
Yeah.
the options.
I don't know if they're okay.
Okay,
Oh,
I like that.
apparently
I love that voice.
Harv
Apparently,
works. I
Sahel
like this one.
is south of the Sahara, actually.
Oh, is it? My geography's terrible. I just looked at the map and I thought, that's kind of far north.
I'm really
It's Geordie
sorry about
accents
that.
instead.
Sorry for the yawn.
No
That's
problem.
right.
Actually, it's the southernmost extent of northern Africa, is what it says. So there we go.
Right.
It's still north.
Yeah.
So it's north-south.
Yeah, north-south.
South-north.
South of the north.
South of north. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's north.
It's north.
It's north.
At 12,300, sing "Let It Go."
I can't
How
sing
do we
that
feel
song.
about that?
I can't do that.
Oh no.
I'll sing it. I have the ukulele too.
Yes, there you go.
Ah.
There you
Goldfish.
You already sung it on your channel, so...
I did.
By
That was like
practice.
only the chorus. Yeah, I've had practice.
At
Have any of you
12,300.
heard the Pixar characters singing it?
Yes.
Oh my
the
God,
guy
it's
who
fa-
did all the voices.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Or just general Disney characters, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wait,
general.
I can.
that's
Oh
when you
wait.
get the-
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can kind of do a Barbosa impression.
Ooh.
Captain Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
I can kind of do him. He's the bad. He was the bad guy in
Yeah.
the first one.
With
and
the
the
with
sec-
the octopus beard.
no,
no.
that's
Oh.
that's.
No,
Never mind.
All right, so just
Davy Jones.
I could
isn't it?
I could actually do a
Yep.
I could probably do a good William Shatner impression singing "Let It Go."
Oh my God.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
The
to
snow glows white on the mountain night. Not a footprint to be seen.
Hear. Oh, do
A
you know?
kingdom of
Isolation.
isolation. And it looks like I'm the queen. What? The wind is howling like the swirling storm. Inside, I couldn't keep it. In, heaven knows I tried.
I'm just gonna quickly look up the chords for that.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my.
Doop.
Hey, that sounded a little too.
Wow.
Hang on, these on the.
wait,
I'm gonna quickly
as for-
mute my mic and practice this.
As for William Shatner, I wonder if anyone gets this reference. Here, you call yourself an explorer, but I'm just not having it. You discovered the planet that was already inhabited. Why don't you boldly go where no one has gone before, like India, or any destination you actually set sail for?
Epic rap battles of history.
There you
He
go.
was versus Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, I love that
yeah.
one. I love
That
that.
was it. Like,
My personal
didn't
favorite
it
is-
start with that, like, arrivederci, I'm gonna leave before this battle
Arrivederci,
begins.
I'ma leave before this battle
I'ma leave
begins.
before this battle begins.
And he just walks away. Yeah. Because we both know in the end which of this captain's gonna win. Yeah, I like that.
I will
That's like
say
a really long
that
pause.
my favorite overall, like my favorite rap battle, I guess, would probably be well, obviously the Hitler versus Darth Vader series, but the third one. But if I wanted to have like a singular line, like a single like ultimate rap battle line, it was probably the Dragon Ball Z versus Superman one, where he
wait,
basically
which
says,
line?
"We all know
Oh,
how this
yes.
battle is gonna end. With just one more Superman
more
who's never
Superman
gonna
who's never gonna
walk again." I was just like, "Oh,
Oh
It's
snap!
fire. It was like one of the Darth Vader versus Hitler ones where he said, "Would you step into my shower?"
Yeah.
Because I didn't actually get that at first until I learned about.
You didn't get it. Wow, wow.
No,
Yeah,
you
let-
didn't get it at first
let's
until
not-
I learned about that stuff, and then I thought, oh, that's what it meant.
Let's not talk about those particular raps, shall we? But they do
So
have some
anyway,
really good ones.
Mozart versus Skrillex.
But
Oh, I
but
love that
the,
one.
But
That was a good.
or even better, the Sir Isaac Newton versus
Yes.
Bill Nye.
Out of,
Yeah.
out of
Because
all the
here's the
scientific,
thing.
out of all the scientific minds in history, they put Beaker in a bow tie up against me. I'm a master. I discover gravity. I drop rhymes like a fall from an apple tree. You're no match for me. I got a bachelor's degree. You got a unit. No, I got a unit of force named after me. You want a battle guy? That's a crazy notion. When I stop flowing, I stay in motion. Yeah, I like that one.
Wasn't
Here's
that
the-
Weird Al?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it
And
was,
what's the cool
yeah.
thing? Weird Al follows his. Weird Al has. I don't know if anyone realizes this, but Weird Al actually has a rule that anytime that he sings a song, he will not swear.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard about that.
So if you listen to his rap, he pretty much, to me, I think he pwns Bill Nye hard.
Oh
and
yeah,
he
completely.
doesn't say a single swear word.
Well, I don't like swearing
The
in
entire
rap.
like
I don't like swearing in
his
rapping at
point,
all.
yeah, I know his entire thing is great, and it's actually his part is kid friendly. Bill Nye's isn't, but it's just I was very impressed. Or how about this? Let me just step right in. I got things to invent. I'm an innovative baby
Oh,
changer.
I love that one.
Steve Jobs.
Kiss girl.
Steve
I'm a
Jobs.
pimp. You're a nerd. I'm super
super
cheesy.
cheesy.
Beating you was apple too
Apple
wheezy.
Easy.
Yeah, a great line.
I mean,
Yeah.
the butter that
It's
Alice
hard-
uses.
And the
I got
gooey
the
that
Gooey that
Melinda
Melinda uses.
give you some basic.
There's a basic rule, yeah.
Yeah,
There's some basic.
they really do have some
I like
clever
when
lines.
I like when Neil Tyson comes in.
Why don't you bake
Oh,
on
yes.
a brain your own size? We got a badass
Yeah.
over here. Plus, I got your back now. Yeah, I
I
like
still
that.
love the fact that I
By
still
the way,
love
the answer to
Newton's
your
angry
little
look.
calculation is eyes, and I put the swag back in spans.
What was
I
funny
love
is that every time that I saw some of the equations, I kept thinking, it's like you haven't normalized your wave function. Why haven't you normalized it? Like
Why
I just
did
keep
you
looking
reverse the
at.
polarity of the neutron flow?
Oh no! Well, when in physics you have to, you have to normalize something. You have to normalize like wave functions or something like
Yeah,
that. And I
you
saw the equation,
And they just didn't do
and
it.
I was just like, well, because when Newton was Weird Al was doing it, I just saw it's like you didn't normalize it. Why didn't you normalize it?
To the 64th power of what?
Uh-oh, we have a donation from Ronan Pawn.
Oh no.
Really?
$10.
What's he saying?
$10.
$10.
We
What
love
does he
you
say?
long time.
Why doesn't
Why
Squad...
doesn't Squad turn sandbox mode into a science mode game save with all the parts already paid for? That flavor text in sandbox implying that what you've done is just ostensibly useless can be so discouraging. Talk amongst yourselves.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Okay. We'll do.
I'm
Sorry,
seeing
I-
some.
We're listening to you.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what kind of voice that was. I just kind of felt like adding a little bit
I
of
do
flair
that.
to it.
A little bit of flavor.
Flavor Flav.
Oh,
All right, hello, Dr. Claw.
We have another donation from Jash Kerman. Donated $20. Since Harv don't know the tune to Walk the Line, although he has the perfect voice for it, here another suggestion: do a poetry slam in backwards Spanish. Winky face.
Well,
Need-
that
we
that
need
would
some
be
better
cool,
grammar
but
than
yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let me try something really quickly. Because actually, this is one of the few times where I'm really bad at Spanish, so I have to
I don't know
do
any
this.
Spanish.
Let's go Spanish, and let's see here. Give me something funny to say that's in Spanish. Give me something funny to say in English. That would be interesting to say in Spanish.
My pie tastes like. And fill in the blank.
Pie flavor. I think
My
you're
balloon is too big.
My spoon is too big.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. Yeah.
Somebody poison the water hole.
The good old days.
R-A. I'll say E-B-A-S-O-M-O-C-E-L-B-T.
Bigfoot is my name. Ask what we'll do if we arrive at the North Pole early.
Well, yeah, we've actually been discussing this.
Go
We've got
back.
an idea. No, we've got an idea to invite back all the co-hosts we've had on throughout all the days and do some sort of multiplayer party, after-party thing. We don't know what yet, but we were considering DMP, the multiplayer mod for KSP. Because apparently, according to Chris, it's actually pretty stable.
Yes, surprisingly so.
All right, so here's something fun to say in Spanish that's backwards. Yep, atrat ipsa omok ilbet somak opet arab set hot.
Do you voice the Kerbals for
Lorien
Squad?
Ipsum.
Do you do the do the voices for them? Because that was remarkably.
That was
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
mi tarta sabe como combustible para cohetes. It's my pie tastes like rocket fuel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, atrat ipsa omok ilbet sobnok arab sete hok.
That is
I did-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't do that. I can't even talk backwards in my own language.
Make me feel worthless. Make me feel
Well, if you-
worthless.
Yeah.
Well, you sort of have to make the pitch higher at the end of each word.
Yep.
Sort of thing.
Yep. Dip it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's so- Talking like this.
Saying yep at an auction or something.
Yep. I'll take that
Yep.
one.
I'll take that one, please.
This stream, man. Today's stream. It's been fantastic.
It's fantastic. It really is.
And we're only.
Oh, we're at 12,740.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Someone's made a big
What?
donation.
$500 by BroToro42.
Holy
Who says,
crap.
keep up the good work, Harv.
Hey.
Thanks for the KSP support.
Thank you very much for that
Toro.
donation. If anyone else feels like donating before we have our break in 10 minutes' time, then now's time to do it. Can anyone follow up on that $500 donation?
Just a little
Well-
bit under $300 more $260 until I do my disgruntled aunt impression.
I thought that was 12.5.
No, we
It
raised
was.
it. Let's
No,
raise it.
12.3. No,
Yeah,
it was. It was
well-
12.3, wasn't it? Or
No,
was it? Was it
12.3 was Let It Go. And
13,000
12.5.
13,000 was, I think it was.
Hmm.
I thought.
I
or it was-
have no
or-
idea. What was.
Basically,
Well,
just sing Let It Go in the disgruntled art voice.
Yeah, should do that
Hold on,
completely.
give me just let me get into the voice first, okay? Hold on.
All right.
All right. Hey. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. Oh god, this is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, darling. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in. Heaven knows I tried.
Don't let them in. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel. Don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go. Let it go.
I can't.
Sounds like you're fighting over something.
Oh god.
I am.
Oh god.
It's so hard.
I'm dying
No,
here. I just
Can't hold it back anymore. Here, I'll stay.
Oh god. I'm done.
Shall I just sing
I
it
ju-
then?
I just turned off the
My
overlay
voice
on the
is killing
screen
me.
so that I could go laugh and muted my mic.
Let it go.
I couldn't hold
told
it
you,
in.
it's hard.
But it sounded funny, so and very
Oh my
entertaining. Thank you
god,
very
darling,
much.
I swear.
I hope Skype sort of synced up the ukulele right, because that was like.
It
No.
kind of worked. I don't know.
Snow,
But anyway, in other news, actually being relevant, we have arrived at expeditionary marker number 3.
What?
And we haven't even got halfway into the stream yet.
That is amazing.
This
That
is the
is some
power of
growth.
3 times acceleration, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, you know what? We actually might arrive at the North Pole tomorrow. On day 4.
Also, I wanted to let you guys know
Fantastic.
that that, like I said, I was telling you guys earlier, I may be disconnected briefly.
Mm-hmm.
The AT&T, my internet is getting upgraded, and it will either be between now and 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. It would be
Okay.
great if it would happen in 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
yeah. So we've reached. Like, I feel like I'm going too fast. Should we stop doing 3 times acceleration, or should we just try and get as fast as we can?
Just
and...
keep going, I think, because
Yeah.
you never know what complications you may have along the way.
Yeah, it's true.
Good point. Yeah.
All right, that was enough of that awkward accent.
I think actually here is a good time. How about we take our break just a little bit early today?
That
Okay.
sounds like a great
Yeah,
idea.
perfect.
Okay, well then, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the spiel one more time. You are watching the Kerbal Polar Expedition 2. We are fundraising in order to bring sources of clean water to people in developing countries in particularly water-scarce areas. I think last year, just out of interest, last year we ended up giving money to build wells in Ethiopia. And we ought to be getting money, we ought to be getting the pictures from that sometime between now and next year. So, whatever the case, next year we'll definitely have some pictures to show, which would be quite nice. Anyway, so you can donate to help us raise money for this worthy cause at tiny.cc/KPE2. Additionally, you have the options of going to HOCgaming.spreadshirt.co.uk. I really like doing that. Spreadshirt.co.uk. And buying some merchandise. And all profits from sales generated during the event will be donated to help us fundraise for this campaign. And otherwise, we're going to play a commercial break now and go to a 15-minute break so that we can go get some food, rest our voices. I think Tanuki in particular probably needs to rest her voice a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
yeah, sure you are. So, we will see you in about 15 minutes. Thank you for watching. You've been watching the KPE2 with your co-hosts, and we will see you later. It's like my outro song.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're clear.
It worked.
I think I just scared my roommate
Why?
because he was just like he just kind of knocked on the door awkwardly, like, and he was just looking like, what the heck is just going on?
What was
in
all
here?
that screaming about, we wonder?